14 minutes now to 11 this Saturday morning. I'm Justin with you on both BBC Three Counties Radio and BBC Radio Northampton. Now, the Zoots, they are one of the best cover bands around. Take a listen to this.
All the leaves are bright, the sky is grey, the sky is grey. I went from walking for a
Brilliant.
on a winter's day.
Well, their Sounds of the 60s show is in the region next month. The Spotlight in Hoddesdon on the 21st of Feb. We can now talk to Jamie Goddard from the Zoots. Morning, Jamie.
Hello, how you doing?
Very well. You sound very happy. That's a very good start. Look, your band has been around since 2009. Roughly how many gigs?
Oh, well, I've actually started saying we've done less, but I think it's about 2,000.
2,000. And how many countries are we talking about here?
I think it's 35.
Wow. Look, I'm going to get straight into quite possibly one of the strangest questions ever, because apparently your music is on the national curriculum in China.
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
What on earth is going on there?
Well, it just I wrote songs for an English singer, Declan Galbraith, and they used he was a big hit out there, and they used his songs to teach that I wrote for him to teach Chinese kids how to speak English. So that's the truth.
So there could well be people in China who can speak English because of your songwriting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, what's your claim to fame? That's an amazing claim to fame, isn't it?
Yeah, but unfortunately it's in a country where they don't have copyright laws, so I don't get any money for it.
If I was you, I would take a flight to China and just walk through the streets saying, "Hi, I'm Jamie Goddard. You might be able to speak English because of me," and then see what happens.
Yeah, maybe that'd work.
Mate, there was a TV documentary in that, I am telling you. To get back to the Zoots. Now, it's quite an unusual name, the Zoots, and I'm led to believe that this was actually a miss here.
Yes, my dad used to be my manager, and he was speaking to an agent, and they were coming up with a new concept for a show, a 60s tribute show, and my dad said, "Oh, they can wear suits," and the agent said, "That's a great name," and all he said was suits. He didn't say that. They just said they would wear suits. So that's how it worked. That's how we became the Zoots.
To be fair, though, I think the Zoots is far better than the Suits.
Yeah, definitely. But he just said that we'd wear suits. They hadn't even come out with the name at that point. So yeah, we've been the Zoots, and we've been the Zoots since 2009 now.
You mentioned your father there, being your manager. Just how far back for you does your love of music go, Jamie?
Well, my dad brought me up on listening to things like the Beach Boys and the Beatles and the Who and the Kinks. He had records lying around, and my mum and dad were married in 1969, so that was like the records they had from kind of the mid to late 60s. So that's how I got into it. And my dad was a drummer in a band, and in his band he got replaced by Ringo Starr's son Zach Starkey when he gave it up when I was born. So he had quite a lot of success, but and then he helped me later on to form the Zoots and book some of our early shows. So yeah, Dad's been a great influence, and but he's always been there. He kind of gave up music for me. So
we played a little clip of California Dreamin' at the beginning there. Without giving too much away, give us another 3 songs that are definitely going to be on the set list if people come and watch this.
Well, we're doing over 60 songs, so we're doing
over 60 songs.
Yeah. And people coming to the show will find out how we managed to do that. But yeah, Beatles, Stones, Kinks, Small Faces, Searchers, The Who, The Monkees, and we do quite a few medleys as well. So, but just all the sort of favourite songs of the 60s, ones that are still relevant today.
Yeah.
And we've also got some special guests coming up. So it's going to be a really exciting night. It's going to be great.
If you're doing that amount of songs, there must have been a point in your career where you're performing one of the world's most famous songs, and for whatever reason, your mind has just gone blank, and the lyrics that have come out of your mouth don't represent the song that you're covering. That must have happened.
It happens quite a lot, but being an experienced performer, you pick out somebody in the crowd that you know knows the words, so you always make a reference to them. I just do it without even thinking. So it just doesn't matter how small the gig is, I will always pick that person out. So it's kind of like an onstage, a thing that you read.
So if you're going and you see Jamie staring at you and you think, my goodness me, this man wants to make love to me right now. No, he's just lip reading you for the lyrics of the song.
I do it quite a lot, and I do it without even realising. Just somebody asked me, I did an interview last week, somebody asked me, and I thought about it, and that's what I do. So it has happened, or you could just stick the microphone in the audience. But luckily all the songs we do are so well known.
Yeah.
Most people know the words that well, just playing the songs of the 60s are still quite relevant today. They're still on TV adverts, radio adverts and everything. So I'm quite lucky in that respect that the 60s is really still massively popular with all ages. Like my 14-year-old niece knows most of our songs. And my 4-year-old nephew, his favourite song is Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys.
Wow.
And his second favourite song is Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles.
I mean, to give you an example as well, my son, who's 5, is so obsessed with the Beatles that for his birthday back in September, where did he want to go? Did he want to go to Alton Towers? Did he want to go to Euro Disney? No, he wanted to go to the Abbey Road zebra crossing. He's 5 years old.
That is amazing. There's still a massive band and a massive part of British culture. It's amazing.
Final question then, Jamie, and you've had a great ride with the Zoots. That looks set to continue. You performed all over the world. Where would you say is the craziest gig that you've ever performed at? Were you thinking, wow, this is really different, this is really unusual, we're really here? Where was that for you?
Well, we love playing at the Spotlight. We've not played there in 6 years, but I do especially like playing in places like Belgium and the Netherlands, because I don't think they see a lot of British acts. So I particularly like going there. One of the best places I went to was Cuba, because they've got amazing cars from. It's stuck in at the time of like the 50s and 60s, because they couldn't import any more cars. So Cuba was pretty amazing, just because it was like the biggest car show that you'd ever go to, like cars from the 50s and 60s from America, which is amazing. Which
worked perfectly with the show. Jamie, it's been really interesting talking to you. Best of luck with the tour that you're on, and I'm sure this won't be the last time. Have a good weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
There you go. That's Jamie Goddard there from the Zoots. Their Sounds of the 60s show is in the region next month. The Spotlight in Hoddesdon in Hertfordshire on the 21st of February. If you love good music, that is the show for you.
The home of Northamptonshire sport.